Hello, Grandma DC here, and I am an idiot. Truth, absolute truth. Many of you are going, we knew that, Okay. Today, Thursday morning, the beginning of my weekend. I should have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off. Well, I worked on Thursday morning, but I should have, you get it, right? Friday and Saturday off. Weather's turning bad. We went from 50 degrees yesterday, tank tops, mud, to we have snow and ice coming across, heading towards us at this time. Nature, what in the world? You are driving me nuts. But I've lived in Missouri long enough that I'm used to it. So, Mark Twain, you don't like Missouri weather? Wait a minute. I went to work last night. Everything's smooth, great. Went to McDonald's this morning with my client, got off work, got a call from my boss. But yesterday afternoon, before I went to work, I digress. I was trying to get some sleep. After all the fiasco with the water falling down, the mud hitting my head, everything else, and I vlogged that. After all of that fiasco, I finally, about 4 o'clock, thought I can lay down and get a nap before I have to go back to work at 9. And I went, laid down, phone rings. It's my boss. Woke me up. I shouldn't have answered the phone. And she's like, we may need you. Would you come and work at this other house on your night off on Thursday night? And I have a policy. If you call and wake me up, I say no. No, I don't care if you call me up and ask me if I want ice cream. No. Pizza. No. It's no to everything. No. I was so groggy from having been woke up so abruptly after only like 30 minutes of sleep. And she was wanting me to come work at a house that, frankly, no one else wants to work at. And I'm like, I really don't want to. It's my night off. Diet 7-Up. This stressing. I know. Diet. That's why you don't lose weight. Actually, I'm losing weight. We'll talk about that later. Anyway. So, I went and I listened to her. I have no idea what she said. I'm just too groggy. And I'm not even, when I am first woke up, I'm a mono thinker. It's like I can think about one thing at a time. I can't think exponentially. Or bigger. Can't think at all, actually. Which is why I try to remember to say no. But I didn't say no. And she kept saying no one else would come and work. And no one will work that house. And blah, 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 blah. Begging. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll only work until 6 a.m. That's as long as I can stand the screaming and yelling and the fighting. They all get up 2 a.m. on. Screaming, fighting, yelling. There is no day or night in this house. It's all the same. And so I was like, 6 a.m. I want out, and I'm not doing their meds. Because you can't keep them from fighting and do meds at the same time, and you're all alone. So she assured me that she would find someone to come in. Almonds, I'm eating almonds. Explain that in a little bit too. And so I'm like, okay, if someone comes in and lets me out at 6, so at least I can come home and get some sleep and have the rest of my day off on Friday. Gives me one day off because I have to not have Saturday night off because I got to be to work by 8 on Sunday morning for a 24-hour shift. It just gets stupider and stupider as I talk about it, right? Why didn't I say no? So, because I was half asleep and she was begging me. Now hear this. I've said it in my other blogs and I'm going to say it again. No good deed goes unpunished. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I know it's true, and yet do I learn? No, because I'm stupid. God, I wished I was not. So I said, if you let me out at 6 a.m., I'll work from 10 to 6. It's a short 8-hour shift. So, anyway, neither here nor there. I need coffee. I'm going to go get coffee and come back and tell you more about this. I'm back. So, I have my keto coffee. Maybe I can calm down now. Then she tells me there is a possibility that, you know, this woman that was calling in so sick might, you know, come in. Well, I'm asleep, so I'm not thinking, you know. So I agree to go in from 10 to 6 in the morning. Kill one of my nights off. I can't stay and snuggle with my boy. So I'm like, then I wake up. Well, I fell back asleep for about 20 minutes until Pop came over to look at the water, and then I woke up again, and then I tried to take another 30-minute nap, but then all of a sudden I woke up and my mind went, oh, there are other issues in the world here, like weather. Now, if any of you have been watching the weather, and you watch it for the middle of the United States and the Midwest, you know that we have very weird weather. I mean, it sometimes goes north of us, sometimes south of us. Right here in the middle, we got this weird thing going on. Oftentimes, we get ice. Not the snow, not the rain, we get ice. And when we do, it is bad. Slick, bad, can't travel, can't do nothing. So, I knew they were predicting ice. And I had thought when I heard that prediction the day before, oh, thank heavens, it's my night off. I'm going to get home before the ice storm hits. I don't have to work in the ice. And what does she do? Wake me up. And in my stupidity, I go, well, sure, I'll come and work. I'm so angry with myself right now for being so stupid. So today is the ice storm. And it's supposed to be here. Well, actually, it just hit. It is 10 till 11, and about 10 minutes ago the temperature was in the 40s and it was raining, and I walked outside to feed the animals, and there was like this dark fuzzy looking gray cloud, and it rolled over and went whoosh, and the temperature went boom, and the rain stopped, and there's little ice pellets out there now. It went from 45 to like 22 in the span of less than 5 minutes. It was the creepiest thing. I had to grab the goats up. That's why I'm all kind of wet and dirty. I grabbed the little ones up and took them into shelter to feed them so they wouldn't be standing out there eating in it. I'm not going to do that. So I got everybody fed and watered. And I sat down and I just wanted to cry. And then my son calls me and he says, it's icing in Warrensburg, which he lives on the opposite side of where we work. And I said, how bad? And he goes, it's coming down hard. And I was like, he goes, this smart car is not going to run in the ice. Well, it's rear-wheel drive. It's very light. He's right. That little car does not go in the ice. I know. I drove it for a couple of years before he took it from me. So I'm like, you know what? You need to try to get there. Down here, it hasn't hit yet. You can get ahead of the storm. He says, oh, I'm not supposed to be there until noon, 30 or 1 or something. I said, and I knew it was, you know, I said, well, just leave early. They'll pay you to stay there, because they were letting the clients out early from the activity centers to go home. And I said, at least it's overtime. You can beat the start. He says, Mom, it's already too late. I can't even hardly get out. I know I'll slide to the bottom of the hill if I try to get out of my drive, because his driveway goes downhill. I admired him for not wanting to kill himself and wreck the car. I really appreciated that. So when I got my call from my boss, and she was like, thank you for coming. We're so glad you're coming tonight. And I said, you know, I really hope that at my funeral, when I've wrecked my car and I am dead, that you are at least a little guilty and sad. And she said, oh, I will be. I said, oh, good. Well, you know, that makes it all worth it for me to drive in there and possibly kill myself tonight. I feel better now that you will feel guilty and sad. My company doesn't give a rat's patootie about us. I don't know, no company does, really. So, anyway, yeah, I know. They don't pay enough for me to do this. Why do I do it? Scuddy says, I love you, Mama. I love you. You'll kiss my you-know-what goodbye, won't you, baby doll? Yeah, you love Mama. And this is why I have dogs. Yeah. He knows I'm upset. You are such a good and loving man. This is better than a man. You are. Giving me hugs. He's just happy I'm home. Oh my goodness. Oh, such love and hugs. Kisses and hugs. My goodness. You're a good boy. Not the nose. Okay. Well, guys, it's amazing how hugs and kisses can make a person feel better. I know Scud cares about me. So, I'm just so upset I can't even sleep now. And I'm going to get run ragged all night long. Like my doctor says, you shouldn't work overnights, it's bad for your health, and I know it is. But, I guess somebody's got to do it. It's like I told my son, I said, I really don't want to see you call in. I mean, I'm torn. The mother part of me wants him to call in because I don't want him to risk his life or the car or his future. The other part of me says it's not fair to other staff to call in and not go. It's not their fault that let's just say it, the companies are idiots. It's to problems that involve building the bridges higher rather than just pulling the plug and lowering the river. Such simple solutions and they cannot figure them out. Sometimes people overthink things, don't they? Well, all the time, basically. And I'm guilty of it myself sometimes. Overthinking a solution, overthinking a recipe, we all know it. So, speaking of the keto diet, the recipe got us all the way around to here now. I got on the scale. Debbie kept saying, oh, you look like you're losing weight. And I said, there's no way. I've had pizza, Chinese. I even had some sugar over the holidays. You know, a cookie here or there. Regretted it when I did it. My stomach hurt. But, you know, there's no way. I've just been eating peanuts. It's been horrible. I've been worse on my diet than normally, that I am bad at it. And she says, oh, I think you should go on the scale. So I got on the scale with my clothes all on, jeans and everything, and I had lost 3 pounds from when I had weighed before Christmas. The only thing I've done is I'm still avoiding carbohydrates. I'm still avoiding carbs, and I don't care about the fats. So, it works. Just avoiding the carbohydrates. It works. It's crazy, but it works. So, I'm re-inspired, being 3 pounds down from where I was a week or two before Christmas. I am re-inspired. So Debbie had bought this cookbook. I think it's on Amazon, and it's ketogenic bread recipes. Mine wasn't in there with the pork rinds, by the way. And I got to tell you what, if it's anything from the one I tried last night, mine's still better. Yeah, the pork rind bread, the zero-carb pork rind bread. I don't know. They're all not great. Not even mine is perfect. You're not going to find that soft mouthfeel, the round molecules. You're just not going to get that from a ketogenic bread made with almond flour or coconut flour or pork rinds or anything. It's always going to come out a little bit dry or overly moist, mushy. But I came as close as I could come, guys, and you know that, the ones who watch my show and have done some of the recipes I've done, that I've experimented with. I am not a cook. I am a great experimenter. And a failure sometimes. But they had this bread recipe, and I'm going to tell you about it because my house is too messy. I have no water. You know why I can't clean and why I can't cook right now. So I'm going to verbally tell you the recipe. Okay, here it is. It was, if I memory recalls, 1 cup of almond flour, cups of Parmesan cheese, and Betsy. Are you thinking about me, Betsy? Debbie, she had bought some really good Parmesan cheese. I mean the good stuff, the real thing. And I used it, and I also added a little cheddar in there. So it's very cheesy with some almond flour. 1 egg only. I was really surprised that much dry ingredients had only 1 egg. Okay? It had nothing to make it raise. There was no leavening in it. It had garlic, salt, and black pepper. That was all your seasonings. Okay. And then 3 tablespoons of sour cream. And you mixed it all together. There wasn't even any like water or anything, so this was a very stiff dough with just the sour cream and the egg and the 2 cups of Parmesan cheese, 1 cup of almond flour. That was it. Okay. All right, got it. 1 cup almond flour, 2 cups Parmesan cheese, garlic, salt, pepper, 1 egg, and 3 tablespoons of sour cream. There you go. And it was very stiff. And so, here, honey. And so I put it all together. And then you squished it out and you cut it into breadsticks. So I'm thinking garlic breadsticks. This is going to be awesome, right? With the cheesy garlic breadsticks. What are you doing? Why is my nose so tasty today? He just knows I need kisses. So, anyway, what are you doing? Hold me, Mama. Yes, baby, I'll hold you. So, I mixed this all together, spread it out, cut it into, you know, breadsticks, right? These garlic cheesy breadsticks. I'm thinking this is going to be pretty good. Baked it at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And I did it right. I preheated the oven. And they came out nice and crispy on the bottom because of all the cheese, of course. And they still had that sort of dense, dry-ish, almond floury sort of consistency. They're okay. Like all keto bread. Okay. Not perfect, but good. Yeah, pretty good. So I left those for Debbie to have today with her roast that she was making. I did eat one last night, and I have no idea why I'm getting so much attention. Why am I getting so much attention? You want me to take a nap? You want under the covers? Probably, since the snow and the ice is coming and it's already blown over us. I think it's sleeting out there right now. So that was my attempt at a recipe last night while I was working. And of course the guys enjoy them also. We do a lot of keto cooking on our own and share. So, that being said, I can't get rid of him. He keeps coming back like a jack in the box. Oh my goodness, what is it? What have I done to deserve this? I think there's something wrong with my nose. He keeps chewing on it. Or is that your way of hard kisses? Okay, just lay still for a second. Oh. He knows he gets me when he hugs me. He knows his way to my heart. So anyway, I don't know. That was my attempt at a recipe where I could cook. And we're going to continue on with the low-carb, high-fat lifestyle. I'm back to drinking more of my keto coffee with the coconut oil in it. Oh, recipes all over the internet for that stuff. And basically, hope I live through driving my little light, nothing car through the ice tonight, because it's probably going to be at its worst when I have to leave here at 9. And if I wreck, I want you to make sure that Martha cries at my funeral, because it's her fault that she begged me into working while I was asleep at her place that she wanted me to work at. No one else wants to work at. And I know when she told me this morning, oh, there'll be someone there to let you out at 6 a.m. No, there won't. I know the person she said that's supposed to come. No, they won't. Mark my words, I'll be there till noon tomorrow. Such a pariah. I am such a martyr. No one cares. I'll get over it. Life goes on, hopefully. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. And stay on your keto diets, but the low carb works. I mean, even though I haven't really lost a lot of weight in like several months, I did lose some, and I'm still feeling okay and enough to work these ridiculously long hours with people that need care in assisted living. So those of you that just tuned in and don't know, that's what I do. That's what I do. Can't put them in a box and leave them. We probably could, but it'd probably be illegal. Love y'all. Bye-bye.